Welcome to my very first podcast, Playing Too Much with Greg, your host. And this is my cousin Carlos. So how does it feel to you being my first guest?
Probably not that much of a big deal because I watched you set this all up.
That you did. So I've been thinking about topics, and this is going to rock your socks. What if we did wife bashing, very first episode? Let's come in strong.
Oh yeah.
No.
I don't know. I don't know how well that would go. I don't know.
Okay. All right. So welcome to Georgia, Carlos. You've been here for what, a month now?
Yeah, exactly a month. Yesterday made a month.
Okay. It's your second week of liberty.
Yeah.
How's that? Because you went through a pretty stressful.
Well, first
intake.
of all, I think there needs to be an introduction on like what it is like for those who don't know my situation.
Okay.
I just spent 12 and a half years in the Marine Corps, all active duty, and I switched over to the United States Army. I had a 0 date gap, like at the gap in service, and life is pretty good. Yeah, life is pretty good. No complaints. I'm just getting adjusted to like the rules. Of course, like the lingo. A lot of the stuff is the same, but there's just like in the past couple weeks that I've been getting used to the quality of life. I had lobster tail 2 times in a week, and then I think this right before this weekend started, I had like some crab legs. So like it's been a little bit of a culture shock. Yeah.
So check this out. I'm kind of not here right now. I'm kind of not here right now because I'm sitting here and I'm listening to you, and then I look up and I see your hat, and I'm like, shit. I was like, I was supposed to put on my hat before I record. And then, like, while you're talking, I'm sitting here, I'm like, how mad would this nigga be if I was like,
hey, let's restart.
Yeah,
that's all right. This is gonna go in the bloopers.
No, but I feel like this goes more along with what I like. Like that's like organic. Like,
yeah,
that's like real. It's not like I don't want it to be fake. A bunch of chops,
right.
A bunch of edits. I want it to be straight through. But like I was just sitting here and I was like looking at you and I was like just stewing. Like,
we could just get Queen to Photoshop it into the
like. Yeah. Queen, put a hat on me when you do the video edit. I'll what if I just like. I always wanted to do one of them YouTube edits where
you got my shirt on, like the shirt switch.
Like I'm gonna put it on now though, because fuck me sitting here this whole time without a hat on.
Yeah. So this is like my second time in Augusta. I got a, Greg gave me a tour of downtown, showed me like the waterfront area you call it. Took me get some cake from one of the staple spots. Were you allowed to say what it is?
Oh, Bo Weevil.
Oh, okay.
Bo Weevil. If you could find it in your hearts to sponsor me. Let me stop. I'm putting it out there. Everybody I've ever had come to or through Augusta, or even people who've been here and just never fucking had Bo Weevil, I always be like, yo, we got to go get cake.
The next time, it's funny because I've met like maybe a handful of people from Augusta, and I'll be like, oh, I got family in Augusta, and then I can't really like name drop anything, but now I got something.
Yeah.
I've seen it downtown. I could talk about what is the Broad Street Bullies.
Oh, Broad Street Bullies, yeah. Late night food spot.
I haven't been there, but I could name drop some stuff.
Broad Street.
Yeah.
On your way out, did you want to go find the James Brown statue and take a picture? Okay, so we'll get that.
He told me there's a statue. I'll probably take a picture of one of the I want to say portrait, but I know it's not.
It's a statue.
No. The James Brown, the painting on the side of the.
Okay.
That brick building, you pointed out. You were like it was on the left side of the. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd like to take a picture.
You want to hear a weird story?
What's that?
So we moved to Augusta in 2005, right? Shortly after we moved here, James Brown died. I grew up, my mom and her boyfriend at the time, Kevin, were like the biggest James Brown fans. So I knew like Papa's got a brand new band. That's all he used to play in my mom's Mercury Cougar. Like we used to tape, flip it, bam, James Brown, flip it back, bam. It was just James Brown after James Brown after James Brown. And man, like when we got here, he passed and she went to his funeral. And it was like I'm talking about she got dressed up. She was like sitting there, like, legs, like just James Brown's funeral.
I felt when I had asked you, you mentioned it was a mural on the side of on the side of the brick building that was painted on for him. But when you mentioned his statue, I kind of felt like damn, where's my lack of knowledge of, you know, because when I think of Georgia, I think of Ray Charles.
Ray Charles, yeah.
I think like that's the first thing that comes to my mind. I mean, I watched a lot of the.
Did you watch the James Brown? They have a movie.
Yeah. When I watch thing, it depends on just when's the last time I watched something that when it come to mind.
So like how does it feel like watching movies? Like is it different for you after like watching a movie and then going to a place where a movie was shot, or like a city of like, say if a show is in Chicago or in Baltimore and then you go to Baltimore, like do you feel more connected to that place or that city, like if it's a show or a movie you really like?
I think it's a little backwards. Like
No.
if I've been there already and I see it on TV, I'm like that Leonardo DiCaprio meme, like holding a drink. I'm just like, you know, that's I think I enjoy that rather than like, oh, I've been here because, like, if I was from here and people came here because of something they saw, I'd be like it's not really genuine. It's not real. You didn't come for the right reasons. You saw it because you saw it on TV. You didn't come because.
Certain lines in context, like just from me living in a lot of different places, like Illinois, living in Illinois, like the Chicago area, all them little cities, like, oh yeah, no, I'm from, like, you know, they say like, oh yeah, the family stays up by on the north side of blah blah blah, and I'm like, oh, it's just like, oh, yeah, that's it. But yeah, that's definitely like an experience.
Yeah.
Like, man, you've taken a couple of road trips across the country.
Yeah.
Such as myself, like just in a car. Like just since July, I've driven back and forth to California twice.
Right.
And I went a different way one time. Out there, me and Queen, we went up Alabama to Memphis and then took the 40 across because we had to stop in Vegas and then we went down. But going out the first time, I think we dropped down sooner. We dropped down like Montgomery to the 10, and then we took the 10 all the way out and across. And it's definitely like, I like it better in my car because like on the way out, it was different. We did a lot of stuff that like I've never really done. Like normally I'm on a mission, but it was like kind of a more like, okay, the kids have never been through these states. Like, so it was like, oh, we want to stop here. Oh, look, I'm trying to think. I think it was like the world's largest pistachio. Like, I was like, y'all want to see it? They were like, no. I was like, we're going to see it. And we pulled in there and it was just like this, like, statue of a pistachio, and I'm like, oh, this is whack.
Yeah.
And then I think they had like these little centipedes, seasoned centipede things in the store. I was like, oh, we'll get those. You gonna eat them? Queen's like, no, I'm not gonna eat it. And Kim was like, I'll eat it. So then we all, like, except for Queen, tried centipedes, but it was like a nice little experience. I know the baby, he did good. He did real good. He had his moments where he was restless, but it was a good little road trip, man.
I think one of the moments where I think I was with my dad. We stopped in Odessa. There, we're in Odessa for the. It was like a meteorite or there's something in Odessa where you stop and it tells you that like something came from the sky, hit the ground. There's a crater.
Oh, crater.
Yeah, there's a crater or something there, and I stopped. And I think the time of the week, it probably was like a weekend or somewhere where like an underpaid tour guide wasn't present, so they had it chained off. So I had to like take a selfie next to a sign and pretend that I actually saw it when I didn't. So that was like, you know, I'm one for pulling over the side of the road. I like all my trips have I don't have a problem pulling over. Like I see something on the billboard. No, you know.
One of the places that there's actually two places in near Amarillo, Texas, that I've wanted to go. I wanted to do that Cadillac Ranch.
Yeah, Cadillac Ranch.
I don't have any pictures or any kind of Cadillac Ranch experience. And then I've always wanted. I know I can't do that shit. Like I know I can't do that shit. It would take.
Yeah.
For me to do that 72-hour steak, like I would need to, like, I gotta be hungry and lit at the same time. But I was just like, I kind of just want to. It's $100. Like I'll pay and take the rest home. Like I don't. But like that would be dope to do that challenge. Like just to sit there, like stomach hurt and just undo my buckle. Like, and it better taste good. Like you can't. But I think like, 'cause the steak is so big, you can't really get a proper, like, I think it's going to be more rare than, like, medium rare because the center is going to be so, like, thick, man. And then I could do medium rare, but, like, rare is, like, too much.
Yeah.
It's like if I bite into it and, like, blood's dripping down my, like this, and I might be like, all right, well, check, please.
Yeah.
So I should. That's what I was trying to tell you. I turned the volume up a little bit, but when you like lean away from the mic, the sound is going to be the continuity.
Okay.
But yeah. So what do you have anything like in mind or that you would want to do or trips you want to take with your significant other?
Yeah, my wife and I think so. I've been from Jersey down to Knoxville and then 40 all the way to Barstow. I did the reverse trip with Carla. I did the same trip with Dad. And then Morgan and I did the trip. I did it by myself from Jersey across the 80 to Sacramento, and then I did a reverse trip. I haven't been on the 90 for anything. I'd like to just go up there just to say I did it.
Yeah, that's the thing that sucks too is you didn't get to go up to like Washington or you went to Oregon though, right? Like the bottom of Oregon,
the bottom, Grants Pass.
Okay. But you didn't make your way up to. Like
I went up to Grants Pass with the 101, and then I came back down into Sacramento through the 5. But I just want to go up there just to say I've been up there. Probably hit up people that I might know, hit them up on Facebook, like, what's up, man? I'm like, in a couple months, I'm going to do a trip. I'm really disappointed. Like, I know we were in the car earlier, and in the truck earlier, and I said, just kind of disappointed in myself that I'm actually being around Alabama, Georgia, and Louisiana now, like, because I'm down here. Just feel like it could have been a cool spot or just something cool to do back in the 20s, you know. But
hold on, you said in the when? Like year?
Yeah, not like in my 20s, not.
I was about to say you don't want to be a nigga in the South in the 20s. Yeah, that's the last thing you want to do is be a nigga in the South in the 20s.
Oh man, I feel like it'd be like it'd be like, this is why I like, hands up. We're gonna shoot you anyway because we don't know what you want.
Yeah, we gotta like, you got a tan on you, boy. You got a tan on you.
Oh man.
But yeah, not the 20s, bro. That's what I always find it hilarious. Like I never gave it any thought, like that's how like brainwashed you can get sometimes. It's just like watching Back to the Future, and you're like, oh, it'd be cool to go back there. Even watching like cowboy movies. I love cowboy movies. I couldn't be no cowboy. Man, I'd be a cowboy slave. Like that's your role in that
You'd be
whole
one
like
of the stunt doubles that gets trampled.
where would I be? Like you'd be wearing a burlap sack, hadn't washed in days, shuffling the log behind a person on a horse. Yeah. But yeah, man. Harder They Fall. That was
in theaters.
That was fantastic. Like you if you back then, you gotta go that hard. You gotta go Django hard. Like, and you gotta live like you ready to die tomorrow. You can't let them catch you.
Dave Chappelle traveling back in time. Reach for the stars. Okay. We're from the future.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Man, Chappelle show that'd be awesome if that ever did come back. But I know he's in a different place in his life. So.
Yeah, mindset, everything's different. The way he looks at things.
That was an error. Like the hallways in my school used to be filled with what? Yeah, okay, like just straight up like mayhem. And one person would do it, and then you hear it way down there, then you hear it way over there, and it was just like that's all it would take was one person to erupt the hallways, and it was just like. And as soon as like the new episode came out, like the next day in school, everybody was like,
I sometimes think like you look your stuff up, you stream whatever platform it's available on, and I'm just thinking about like with how sensitive topics are now, like what like if you brought his work now and what he was getting discovered now, like how different it would be, how people accept it.
Yeah, I mean, but he's still kind of beating on the same drum, and
I think it's because people know who he is now. But like, if he just came out of the blue and just was coming with the material, like
that's something I like because I've always wanted to do stand up. That's something that I've constantly like racked my brain with. Oh, excuse me, is how that would be perceived, like. Cause I got some stuff going on up here. I'm not, so like my thinking is outside the box, but the Lord knows my heart. He knows my heart. Like I'm not a bad person. Yeah. I mean very well. Like so, but they don't know that,
right?
So like me saying it, like. It's just all in good fun. Like I want to put a smile on your face, man. I don't want you to be mad. I don't want you to stew. I know nobody wants stew. You got to have stew in cold weather. You can't have stew at a comedy show.
Yeah, every like maybe six people that did stand up on Netflix, whether they're like known like up and coming or people that are making like somewhat of a comeback. Everyone started their stuff off like, I don't want to get canceled. Like, they just some type of blanket statement. Yeah. It's like, man, just say what you want to say.
I do not own the rights to this music.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's like, I've seen more and more like comedians like look into the camera like,
listen, zoom in. I don't have that feature right now. I probably could do it if I got Queen in here. Like, right. Queen, go like this.
She gonna come out, y'all so old.
Oh, man.
But this is exciting. Like the equipment. How long have you had it before you setting it up?
Why you trying to play me on my podcast to let these people know how much I procrastinate? It's shameful how long I got it in I think it was like August because it was after the trip, and then like I was just like I kind of like I got my MacBook. And I got a different camera. I still haven't figured out how to use that. So now I'm just using my tablet for now because I have to do something. Like I'm tired of procrastinating. But I got my camera. I got this. Yeah, it had to be like August or September. I ordered it. And it came in. And I just had like that anxiety of trying to figure out how to operate things or how to. And I just really need to pull it out and fucking do it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think now that
no pun intended. Hold on. Is it? No. There we go. There we go. And you paid for it.
use it. That was not intentional.
Yeah. But it's pretty cool. Actually, the dude I was telling you about earlier, Cooks, he showed me a couple of things, and he even offered to like go in and shoot. But I was like, so I have that. I was thinking I think about setup. Like my whole point, like after Carla left here, I wanted to turn that room into some kind of studio, like to do something like this. And I kind of got just busy. Like work got busy. I had a baby on the way. Like everything just like shifted. Yeah. And my wife has been like supportive, but I see her kind of like what are you gonna do? Like come on, you do it. Yeah. Like so I gotta do it. So thank you, honey. Thank you for being my rock, my motivation. You know, keeping your foot between thine cheeks, propelling me in the direction that I need to go. I
did not think you were going to say that. I was
like the solid. You had to get the real old English.
Yeah.
Between thine cheeks.
But this is cool. So like your setup. I know you're about to move out to Cali. Do you plan on having like a separate room with this in it?
Yeah, like a lot of this space, the spaces that we need, like because of all of the children that we have in our blended family, it's gonna be the homes are gonna be somewhat spacious. So it's like those places that have like they'll have either the living room and then like another den. Like we not to have a kitchen table and then a dining room table. Like that's not our style.
Right.
So last time we had that set up, we just had like another little entertainment room. My wife ended up using it. Like I had my gaming set up in there, but I really like kind of got away from playing games. So she hijacked the room and she used it. And then, but like a lot of them out west they'll have like the living room downstairs. And then like after you go upstairs, they'll have like that open loft area where you could do stuff, and it's like I could probably get some kind of setup there. And then if I continue on this path of doing what I'm supposed to do and going forward, I'm gonna go to open mics and hopefully I can network with like other open micers and I could do shows. And I've even seen some cool people on like Instagram with like smaller followings.
Right.
And they kind of like react back and forth with me, and they're in coincidentally they're in Southern California. So yeah. I think that would be dope to be able to, I guess, like be out there. That's a positive side, because I don't want to go to California because of the cost of living, because of what's the name. But
I'm thinking like someone's listening to this or it will be listening to this, and they're like, man, I've got a 700 square foot apartment, and he just described the layout like, damn, do I feel poor? Like,
no, it's not a.
Well, maybe that was just me. I just felt I heard you describing it, and I'm like, damn, I'm not where I need to be in life. Nah. He's just like a loft and this and that.
No, that's just the layout for you got when you have all these kids, you got to do it. Even like you can't have the nicest car or the nicest this or the nicest that. Like you got to have a nicer house for these kids.
Yeah,
because these kids.
Cost money.
Yeah. These kids.
Yeah. I have a thing where like I go out and I make like a purchase or something before I'm like I'll text Morgan, I'll be like, hey, I'm gonna buy these t-shirts. And she's like, you don't gotta let me know that you're making the purchase. I don't know, I kind of forget how much money we make, and I still mentally I live in these ways of
being frugal,
starve myself. Like, I can make it off this bologna this week. Like, we're gonna be good,
Yeah. We both don't sweat the small stuff, but I feel like like I told you, you corrupted my mind right now, and that's all I can think about is a PS5.
Oh, okay.
Between you and then my best friend, Jamal just bought a PS5. Bastard. And and he's been on. I've actually Queen got me gift cards for, I think it was Christmas, and I got the Call of Duty and all of the systems crossed, so I should be able to play or join the parties with him. But it's not PS5. Like he might be able to see me. I might be a pixel off from someone shooting.
Yeah.
Because I don't have my speeds might be slow.
You definitely want to have the internet speeds.
Yeah. So, but he got it. Then you got it, and then I'm like looking. And I was just like making a joke with my wife, like, haha, what if I did this? I was looking at this and almost
Carlos got a PS5.
Yeah, I got it in my shopping cart.
Yeah.
And she's like, you don't need that. And I'm like,
can Greg come out and play?
Like, why can't you be like the bad, like, what's the name on my shoulder? Like, yeah, you need a PS5. Get that shit, baby. Like, why are you? But I did it to her too. She was like, you know, she's kind of over our couch. We got a couch out there in California. It was fairly new. We bought it in Illinois. And she's like, I don't want this couch. I see this other couch. Like, it's leather, it's this, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, she's like, it's these 3 people. And I was like, I started counting the niggas in our house. I was like, there's me, there's my wife, there's the baby, and we still got 2 more kids. There's 5 of us. What are we going to do? What are we going to do with the 3-man couch? Yeah. Please tell me. And she was like,
musical chairs.
Fuck them kids. They don't come out their room anyway. And I'm like,
yeah, you got a point.
Logic.
Yeah,
that's logic. Like, how can I argue with that? But we still don't need that couch.
Yeah.
We still don't need that couch, baby. We still don't need that couch. We don't, because we don't. We don't. We got a couch.
Yeah.
And then we got a messy to-be toddler. Like, that dude. She just posted a snap of him, like, pulling water from the straw, and then they just all run down his neck, and his top is just soaking wet, and he just take another gulp, and like it's like he can't like catch it all. I don't know whether he was like spitting on purpose or whether, because it wasn't like projectile. It was almost like he was closing his mouth and he pulled too much in his mouth, and then the rest would just run down his body, and he looked like he was doing a slip and slide, like he in a onesie, and like, yo, your neck is because it's always wet.
No one's gonna say nothing to me about it because I'm just too cute. No one, you know.
Nah, he's freaking adorable, bro. He be cracking me up.
So what's I'm sure you've had this conversation with me in the past, and I just don't remember, or other people, but like having Queen that's about to be 14, and then, you know.
It's weird.
It's fucking dad again.
It's fucking weird, bro. Like, and that's the thing too, because I can't take 100% of the credit. I'm feeling it financially.
Yeah.
But like my wife is like bared the brunt of this change. Mm-hmm. And she's already like told me like, this is your son when you get here. Yeah. Like I don't like even like this, like she doesn't get to do things like this very often. So like just having a conversation with another adult, and I know those are meaningful things. And she's straight up been like a trooper. Like I can't play too much about that. Like I can't she's straight up been a trooper. I'm proud of her. I know she's getting weary. We're like in the last few rounds, you know, keep your head up, baby. Keep your chin strong.
He's coming home very soon.
Yeah, you're in the corner now. I'm rubbing your shoulders. Yeah. I'm coaching you. Like, come on, you got it. I got the little iron. And I'm rubbing down all your bumps that the baby's giving you this whole time. I know you've been going through a hard time with work, and you're just tired, but you got a couple more rounds. You're almost done. Keep bobbing, keep weaving, and I'll be there. I will be there. I promise you I'll be there.
I'll be there.
But yeah, man. So she's taking it, but I want him to be my shadow when I get there. Like so, even like career wise, like I'm so sick of trucking. Like I don't want to do trucking. I want to make sure that I have a job or something that I can do to where like I can really help her, but also not like sacrifice money because I need money.
Yeah.
I need money.
Yeah.
I need money. I need it.
Yeah.
We need it.
Yeah.
We got two of them.
It's
they
nice.
they go off to whatever they plan on doing, college or whatever. But it's simultaneous. They both graduate the same year.
Yeah.
They're both going next year into the 9th grade. They both need cars at the same time. It's like
Which,
double
by the way,
trouble.
Queen says she wants a sedan. I was like, I pointed out my car. I was like, "Hey, Queen, this could be your car." And she just like laughed at me. It was like, "I want a sedan." Nice try.
She probably said what kind of sedan. You weren't listening all the way.
Yeah,
she's preached Tesla. She's preached Mercedes.
Oh, yeah.
She's told her grandfather. She's like, "Granddaddy, I want this, but I'll settle for that." Like, and you just like, yo, like, and she's like, "Yeah, no." She has her like life all mapped out about how she's gonna be rich and what she's gonna drive, and you know, so
Yeah. I mean, that's great. That just means you did a great job because there's a standard that she has, and then when she gets into like the dating pool, which is inevitable in the future, you know, there's gonna be.
You know what my plan was?
No, go ahead.
I was going to be an NFL quarterback. Ask me how that dream went.
How'd that go?
It didn't go. It did not go at all.
But yeah,
it stopped very soon.
Yeah, I was just saying, as far as like, you know, her knowing what she wants, the standard of what like the men in her life will have. Like, look, if you don't have this,
ain't nobody worried about them niggas.
Yeah, right.
Ain't nobody worried about them niggas.
Yeah. But yeah. I've I guess I thought about having kids.
Maybe I should take the mic that way when I do those, like, instead of like turning this way, I could.
I think I thought about having kids like in my late 20s, and then the more time goes by, I'm like, oh, I'm not behind schedule or nothing like that. I'll be 34 this summer. I'm thinking 2-3 years from now, I'm eligible for retirement in 7, so it would be a nice, like how you described, you know, the missus in the corner, you know, just hold on, you know, icing her up, you know. Yeah. It'd be nice to, you know, have the kids like at the age of 5 or 6 or 4, be retired, and then be like, hey, we going to the park today.
That's like golden. Like I don't think you understand. Like just that time away is not fun, bro. Like coming back, like every time I come home or go back to California, my son is a different person, bro. And he be looking at me like I can take him a second, like,
where the fuck you been?
I talk to him like almost every day on FaceTime, and he sees me, he hears my voice, and so it's not like it's not complete. It's just like he freezes like, he that nigga from the phone. Mm-hmm. And at first I didn't realize. I was like, man, like he don't realize. I think maybe he thinks it's just TV or video or what's in it. But then the last time I was there, FaceTimed his mom, and his face lit up. He was like so hyped, like he's like and then he realized like, wait a minute, like if you there, does that mean like did y'all switch places? Like no, he just started crying. He was like leaning back, like he couldn't take it, like just the reality set in on him, but like just joy from initially just seeing mom, and then just immediate just sadness and misery from like, why have you forsaken me? Like why have you left me? Yeah. So it was pretty funny, like, but after that he took his bottle and he took a solid nap. Solid nap. And I got to hold him for a little while, and I put him down. I was able to move around a little bit, stretch, you know. and he chilled. But I could have been more productive during that time, and that's the thing. Like, she knows, I don't know, she knows, but I could have done more. That's the times that I realize or see that, like, anytime I'm like, oh, what you doing? She'd be like, oh, I'm washing dishes. I'm like, oh, what's Kai doing? He's taking a nap. Like, she's very good at that, and that's the thing that I have to do. But, like, I'm always worried because I see it all the time. Like, she'll start something, and then, like, 2 seconds later, you'd be like, ha, psych. Like, I'm not napping. Yeah. I'm not napping. I was blinking for a long time while you laid me down.
Yeah.
Like, and then he'll get up, and she'll be like, oh, I guess I'm done that. Or
I just wanted to see what room you were going to go into.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I just wanted to see. It was like,
Yeah.
like, eyes closed, one open, like, what you doing? You thought I was asleep, didn't you? Oh, you thought I was sleeping on? I be doing that shit to Queen. I was, oh, you thought I was feeling you? She's like, Daddy. That's all I gotta say. Oh, you thought I was feeling you? I love embarrassing that little girl. Not like embarrassing, like come up there to school in the road with some socks and ashy ankles.
Yeah.
Where's she at? Like, but like embarrassing her. Like I told you, I picked her up from a birthday party and DJ was killing it. Yeah. So I immediately like just started. At first I hit him with the little Fortnite dance that they used to always do, and her friends just bust out laughing. She's like, Daddy, no. And then she went to go put her shoes on and stuff, and I was just still in there, and then they played what was it, Bobby Shmurda? It's like I was like killing it, like it's just like I looked up and the girl whose birthday it was, her older sister was throwing a party. I looked up and she was over there like that, and she was hitting it too. I look over at the DJ. The DJ was doing it too. I was like, oh, I got all the y'all. And Queen comes back out. She's like, I can't take you anywhere, Daddy. I was like, hey, man, like don't be mad at me because I'm the life of the party. Like,
you had a whole hour to do the dance before I got there.
You should have put your shoes on. You know we not showing up to no little white kids party on colored people time. It's not happening. It's not. Man. As soon as you said Ashland, I knew. As soon as you said Ashland, we will be there. We will be there, or we will be square. So.
Oh man.
But yeah, man.
So we at almost 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Man,
yeah,
we ain't been talking about shit.
Yeah, nothing.
This is gonna be great to look at a year, 2 years from now,
and I feel like you set the bar very high, like because this is so easy.
Yeah.
But I feel like there's going to be like levels of awkwardness with a lot of people. Uh-huh. Like I want to get the kids on. Right. I want to get Keon and Queen on. And I know it's going to be like pulling teeth.
Do you have, and I will listen to podcasts if someone recommends something. Like, hey, you need to listen to this right here, right now. I'll go out of the way to look it up on whatever app, Apple, whatever. But does everybody do this like how we're doing it? Is like one person in California, the other person's in Jersey, or I'm sure that there's some type of like
New Heights podcast.
Okay.
It's with what's his name? Travis Kelce and Jason Kelce.
Okay.
They're the brothers
yeah.
from. So they, they're in different places. So they do like a little video thing.
Okay.
And
stitching them together.
Yeah.
Then,
Well,
or is it live?
I think they do. Well, I don't know.
They got money, so it's
honestly, yeah. I don't know anything. I think they do a lot of edits, so it's not live because I know they do commercials.
Okay.
So I think they record it and then post it, but they have like a scheduled day every week that they post the podcast. But it's like pretty dope, and then they have guests on sometimes. Like depending on who it is, like 1 week, Jason had Jalen Hurts.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, I think they were all in the same place for that interview. And then another time, Travis had, Patrick Mahomes next to him, but they're pretty funny.
Yeah.
You know who I think needs a podcast? And I might be wrong. There was probably already a podcast, but just like listening to the Manning brothers, like doing them Monday night games.
I don't know if they're legit with cropping stuff and then adding it. But like to see what like Eli, what's the names, and then you see Peyton on the bottom. Like, I can't believe Dad let you have kids. Like, you know, like, I don't know if that's real, but if it is, that's funny.
It probably is real with them.
Yeah.
It probably is real. I thought it was silly. Did you see that Peyton Manning took? I think he took his son to the Eagles game,
he wore the Eagles jersey
against the Giants, bro. That was all.
Yeah, he wore
he could have went to any game.
Josh Allen won for the AFC game, and then like the day later he flew to Philly. Yep.
But I'm like, dang, bro, like,
yeah.
you gonna do something like that? Like,
yeah.
It is what it is. You know, they got a nephew, it's Archie or something like that. He's at one of these colleges, playing quarterback. So it's supposed to be another Manning out here in these streets.
I don't know. I think on whatever platform I read a comment. I don't know if it's Instagram, YouTube, or Facebook, but I read something about like, I can't wait until the players that that have retired or are about to retire, their kids playing and stuff, and they threw out some names. So that's not the first time I've heard of Archie. Yeah. Cool.
So what do you think you're gonna do when you get out? Like, do you think that you'll use what you're learning now in the future, like contract wise, or do you think that you'll go like a completely different path?
So initially, I thought I was just gonna do like 4 years of the Marine Corps and get out, and then stuff ended up happening. I got I had mentors in my corner, educate me on different paths, and then have an opportunity to switch branches the way I did. I would either first, like, there was just something always motivating me. Like, okay, I'm traveling at the expense of the DOD. Now that like I'm a little bit older and wiser, I don't think about money. I used to think like, oh man, that'd be dope to have like this contracting job. But like teaching, it just the fact that you can leave a lasting impression on someone. When you were doing the dances in front of Queen, I just thought about my current instructor that's teaching schematics and electronics and stuff on tanks and stuff, and this dude's just like you know what I mean? And I'm like, man, but like all the students, like whether they got what he was like, whether picking up what he was putting down or what, but he like lightened the mood, and then they're like, okay, all right, like it went from being serious and this tank will kill you or anybody else working on it to like, hey, like, y'all paying attention, like, hey, like he lightening up the mood or whatever. Whether it's teaching for the DOD or somewhere in an area that I'm familiar with, Sacramento, San Diego, Jersey. If I'm really open. I'm really open.
My best friend, he was an instructor in the Air Force for, I think he was there for like 3 or 4 years in the San Antonio area, and he really appreciated like the whole experience of actually, because they like took him to like a course and he had to actually learn how to instruct, or like, and he like got his own little rhythm, he got his own little thing, and now he killed it. Like he felt very comfortable like talking in front of people and everything. But now he's back like in his MOS.
Yeah,
he's like, man, I know I missed a lot, but he's like, that was an experience. I guess it was like a special duty or a special assignment. So he got that out the way early.
And I mean, what I just said could go out the window, and 5 years later, like it based on whatever opportunities fall in my lap.
I don't care about money. You want to make 150.
Hey,
what, 150. What?
Hey, yeah. In a 6-month period. Oh yeah.
Be going 6 months, come home 6 months. Like, how do you like Oklahoma?
Yeah.
For 150, I love Oklahoma.
Yeah. We just stay in this bomb ass house. We just don't have to go outside. You ever see
them dumbass posts like, would you pick cotton for $100 an hour? I'm like,
You didn't know any PT cadences, but now you know all the.
Nah, you gotta hum picking cotton. You can't be doing cadence. You got all that sun beating down on you like that. You gotta hum this. I'm going now. I don't want to go, but I don't want to leave.
Oh man. What about yourself? Like, what 5-10 years from now? Any personal goals?
Honestly, I just want to be successful.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Dre, I fucking feel you. You staring at this money like it's unfamiliar.
That was not scripted.
I would like to, for something to come of this, for something to come of doing the stand up, but like I'm not like I probably should be, and that's probably how you end up successful, is eggs in one basket, balls to the wall, like
right.
just
Yeah.
But like I'm probably gonna have my foot into something else. Like I've been looking at trying to go to school. I can't say back to school because it's not like I
went the first time.
Like I tried it and it didn't work out.
Yeah,
But like I can't be like, back to school, I'm only this many. Like no, I'm every credit away from where I need to be.
Right.
Every not one credit. I've gone nowhere.
Yeah.
I've been places. I've truck driving, but as far as career wise, like I've been actually looking at like a few different things. Same best friend I was talking about, he's respiratory therapy. I've seen that they have a pretty decent job. It's not like crazy. Like it's not like a nurse. Like you're gonna be dealing with lungs. You're not wiping. Somebody said something about wiping maggots out of somebody's ass, and I'm like, I thought they had CNAs for that. I thought that was like why that job was created, so nurses could do like, can I just look at these charts?
Right.
Can I be like, hey doctor, you need to take a look at this?
Yeah,
Isn't that like,
yeah.
oh baby, down, set. Hey doctor, in here now. Like, take your vitals. Like, okay, you're this many centimeters. Like, apply like knowledge without like. I thought that's the whole realm of, nursing. I'm probably don't kill me. I don't want to be. I'll just, it's funny. I play too
so
much.
many dislike buttons.
I play too much. Remember, but yeah, like I
real quick, the waitress this morning when we had brunch, I looked at her, I was like, he's a comedian. I was like, don't take anything,
Yeah. It's fun, like to kind of get like just a smile, or especially like somebody like you come over to the table, like and you like, hey, how you guys doing today? You can see it all on the face, and then you just say something crazy, and they be like. It just like changes the whole mood. Or even like a cashier, sometimes like I love catching niggas like while they in the zone, like they're just like how many hours do I have left, huh? Like it's just like just to break that cadence up is like listening, to put a smile, like, man, like thanks, I needed that. Like I was kind of but I kind of get that from my mom, but I'm funnier with it. And my dad, he throws them out there. He hurls them out there. Yeah. My uncle, he killed me one time. I broke down. So I came to do a car swap in Shreveport. And the car swap, I was riding back, and I made it like a couple miles into East Texas. And the truck broke down. Like, so my mom repaired the fuel pump in the tank of this F-150, and she did not think to dump. The tank had not ran or been pumped from in years, so she just put gas in it and destroyed all the filters in the truck. So my uncle came to get me. He brought a mechanic, and we was like trying to like do like all kinds of inching clean to get all the gunk through, and we just like we couldn't. We was like into the night, into the morning, and there was like the closest thing to eat was like this Dairy Q drive-through. And we pull up, and he's like, "Oh, welcome to Dairy Queen. How may I help you?" He's like, "I want some sandwiches. Y'all got some sandwiches in there? No, I want some sandwiches. What kind of sandwich you want? What kind of sandwich?
Please calm down, sir.
Like, what kind of sandwiches y'all got?" She's like, "What?" And me and the mechanic over there cracking up, and he's just like, "Yeah, some sandwiches." It's mad funny, but yeah, man. Oh, I don't even think I showed you. My wife got me this. You see that?
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
She's definitely a very thoughtful gift giver when it's not socks.
I switched over. I don't have it with me, but I switched over to. Obviously, you see it over there. The magnetic wallet.
Oh yeah.
I like to carry everything in one.
Then you just lose it all.
And if I do,
I had something similar, but yours is definitely like next level. It's like a higher echelon of what I had. Like yours is, but like where do you? So you just keep
the basics.
You just keep like.
So I have my other wallet,
raw cash in your pocket.
I have
do you fold it or do you ball? Do you have a money clip? Like, or you just like how do you do? Like, do you get your like change back from what's the name and like just grit thanks and then just put your fist in your pocket and open your hand and pull it back out?
It's very rare that I have cash on me. Like, I have my original wallet that from prior to getting the case. Strip club? No, I don't. Unless
I don't either.
Unless there's an invite.
I really don't go to strip. I'm serious, baby. I know. I promise. Yeah. I'm just here. I told you. I sit on the couch.
Yeah. What you doing? Yeah, I don't. I think I went one. I went with one. Went to one with the missus. Good old Jacksonville, North Carolina.
How is the strip club community in? I've never been to a strip club in North Carolina.
So
like, what are the rules? Like, is it like, do you have to? You gotta,
we were in there all of 20 minutes because these are not my words; these are my wife's words. She's like, hey, I went in there to pay to see some stuff, and all we got out of it was someone's tailbone slapping against the. So she was disappointed, you know. And we got invited by another Marine, and then a week later, 2 weeks later, there was a group of Marines that I had been in a course with, and I was like, hey, I'll meet you guys at this bar, and they're like, oh, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna show up. I'm gonna bring my wife, and they're like, you know, they just didn't know. They don't know me, and they don't know the missus. And we showed up, and then after some conversation, like, oh, she's cool. She's one of the dudes, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And they all started talking amongst themselves about, you know, the plethora. There's probably like 3 strip clubs in Jacksonville, and there's 4, and like one of them owns 3 of them. You know, it's got a monopoly on it, and they're talking about it, and she couldn't help but in conversation, she's like, "Don't get your hopes up, because this is what I witnessed. I paid to see some cheeks, and that's not. I was disappointed." And they're like they didn't know where to go with the conversation. Like, oh, like you've been? Like,
so she needs to go in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Okay, she needs Atlanta. She needs Houston. Atlanta, Vegas. Is that's the combination she needs. Y'all could Houston. Y'all could slide out to Houston.
I went to my first strip club was somewhere in South Jersey, and that was like a real bad like.
I went to Delilah's Den one time. I don't even know how I ended up in there. I don't know who I went with, but it was sad.
Yeah, and
it was very sad. Like it was just like because like going from the pageantry like that. Well, okay, so in West Texas, there were a lot of like everybody had tattoos, like body art.
Yeah,
they'd be like dancing, and it was like more of a club with chicks that are just walking around in their drawers.
Right.
and like all the strip clubs are BYOB. They're outside of city limits, so they don't have liquor license. So you have to bring your own beer. So either the strippers bring their own stuff, but like, why would they bring their own stuff? They just drink with the patrons. So we bring liquor, so they drink all night. And so sometimes like somebody will really like vibe with y'all, cool, whatever, and in between them working or going up on stage or what's, they just come and chill with you. They wouldn't charge you no money. Just be like, oh yeah, let's shots. So we used to buy bottles specifically for strippers.
Right.
And then like when you get in there, you give them your alcohol and stuff like that, and you pay a couple dollars, and they'll bring like a big old tub of ice. And if you want cups and mixers and stuff like that, they'll bring that out. Way cheaper. Like,
right.
So I got to the point after deployment where I stopped going to the club, and every single night I was in the strip club because I'm like, there's love here. Like, there's love here. Like, I don't just having I went through like, I think it was like a month after I got back. Rejection. I was like, I don't like it here no more. I started going to the strip clubs, and it was just like, I wasn't, it was cool.
My first, I was in South Jersey. I had probably one outside of Fort Leonard Wood in St. Roberts, Missouri. And then all the other ones I've ever been to were like South Korea, Japan, and then
that's an experience.
Yeah, so like they're all like from Brazil. I'm not making light of the situation, but they probably don't have possession of their own passports. Like there's something keeping them there. So they're from like all over. And then I had spent like 3 years in Japan to come back to the States, and it just really wasn't. It wasn't a big deal for me. Like I went if like
I had trafficked humans stripping for
I'm like
what are you gonna do with your freedom dancing for me? With your privilege dancing for me.
have you like ever ran into a stripper like at the strip club that you knew, like from like childhood or anything? Because I have a story about that. Like,
not childhood. There was a young lady that was in my unit. She popped hot. She was like 17 when she was actually at the unit. Like it was like just before her 18th birthday.
Right.
She popped hot for cocaine and got out processed. A few months later, or no, it had to be after deployment. So she got popped before deployment. So I was gone a year, came back. She was in the strip club. Good old Jaguars in El Paso.
She just PCS'd. She PCS'd.
She was actually from the area.
So it's like I already got the,
So it was like, oh man, I wonder how that travel pay went. I would give you a nickel to go home.
Yeah. I was in South Jersey, and it was probably like my first or second time ever going, and it was. The company that I worked for, I was the baby out of the group. I probably was like 18, and everybody else was 25, 30. And I just went out with my coworkers. And I remember there's a Haitian dude. I can't say he was like fresh off the boat, but he was like real like stalkerish, like looking like, somebody shorty had come over to him, and he's like, trying to get her to sit on his lap, and she just real touchy feely. He didn't read the room, and she like curved him, came over to me, sits on my lap, and put my hand on her hind end, and
we say ass.
Before
15.
Okay,
on that ass.
Oh yeah. So she put my hand on her ass and took her G-string and straight rubber band that shit on it. And I was like, oh my God. Like, I'm the youngest person there, and I think it was kind of picking on me because I was the youngest person there. But that was the first time. The second time was somewhere probably off of Route 40. Probably not too far from Jonesy's on Route 40.
I
like
think
way
I know
up
the
that
one
way.
you're talking about.
It's been several different.
Is it near like the ice cream spot?
Yeah, it's been different. It's changed. Yeah, but I'm in there, and I've always been surrounded by people that are older than me. Guys are like just super thirsty, whatever, and I'm just like sitting back, just like chilling, and the girl was like, Carlos. I was like, what the fuck? Like, and so she already had been out. So, they come out, game plan. All right, he's dressed a certain way. His body language is this way. I'm going to go after this person to see what, And I had already witnessed everything that you're going to witness. You know what I mean? What she's wearing, how she's walking and everything. And then she sits down and then she's sitting next to me like, hey, how you doing tonight? And then after she asked, she's like, Carlos? I was like, oh, hey. Like, and she's like immediately covered up. Like, girl, you done been out here naked for like the last 30 minutes. Like,
why even say my name?
Yeah,
like, if you just see me, like, don't you just, like, why did you need that confirmation if you're going to act like that? Like, don't confirm. Like, just, like, because most people are, like, especially in a situation like that, most people are so awkward that, like, they just, like, look at you and never say anything. Yeah. And then if they see, like,
yeah,
like, yeah. But if they're like, why would you be like,
like, I haven't seen you since middle school. Like, like you already out here. Like,
yeah, I already seen him. Here's $1. Yeah. Move your head.
Oh man, that's my experience.
And why so close to home? Normally, like, people will
go next town, go to some strip outside somewhere, Del State, go to Philly, yeah.
Yeah, that's wild. And then, like, because a lot of them make so much in tips, they only got to do it like 3 nights a week or something like that. Like, they like on nurse and doctor schedules and stuff.
I would say if I was
a night at the ER, and
if I was,
that's what they should call a strip club. Do they have the? You should Google that. See if like a gentleman's club, the ER, like the emergency rooms, like. If not, I am putting my
hospital themed.
Okay, all right. I can't claim that then. I was about to my intellectual property. It is my intellectual property if it does not exist.
Yeah. Themed strip club. Yeah, I like.
Give me 60 cc's of that twerk.
Oh man. Oh yeah, somebody beat you to it, and I didn't even click on it. Like it just looked like it said results for Augusta, Georgia, and it's like emergency room.
Just the image.
Yeah, it's just the image.
It's like a heartbeat thing going like, and then it's like stripper legs up, lean back.
Yeah.
Oh man, but yeah, that would that's one thing I've learned. Like, just like we live in a time that's what sucks about this. Like, granted, no slavery, but the thing that sucks about living in this time is that, like, it's very hard to have an original idea. Have you ever been so hyped up about something and then you be like, oh, this would be a good idea, and then you go to matter of fact, you see Knocked Up?
Yes, they
were working so hard on a website that showed like what was it like? It was like celebrity nips or something like that. It was just like nude scenes, a compilation of like nude scenes. Like, you could just go to this website and find it. And they were like spending like times an immense amount of time working on this project. And then I think the guy Seth Rogen who got the girl pregnant.
Right.
He had her brother-in-law walks in, which was what's his name? The Ant-Man. What's that dude's name? Everybody's
I can't.
Scott. Is it Scott something? Or
like
no? That's his.
That's his. Name. That's the Ant-Man's.
But
actual name.
The Ant-Man walks in and he's like, "Oh yeah, we're making a website." He's like, "Oh, like this?" It was like, "What? No, this is like this." He's like, "No,
no, this is literally this site that's already exists."
Yeah, you like looked it up and he was like, "Oh my god!" Like, ruined it for everybody. But
back to the drawing board.
That's the I have moments like that where I'm like, "Oh, this is it. This is an idea," and then I go to do it. Like, I was looking for podcast names. I was looking for podcast names. Every podcast, I'm like, yo, this would be perfect for me. Nope.
Yeah.
Nope, it's not perfect.
Totally off subject.
Already got it.
But as far as patents go, I don't know if you've known this, but there's more patents for anything involving the bicycle than anything else in the world, because of how many times it's changed since the 1600s, whenever the fuck the bicycle was.
That big ass dumb bike with the big wheel and the little
Yeah.
Niggas
And
used to get fucked up getting off that thing.
Yep. There's more. And one of my mentors told me this. There's just more patents for anything than you would find for a home, for an automobile. There's so much shit out there.
The technology. It's a lot of different bikes out there. Like that stupid ass bike where you like, that has to be amazing for your back though. You like lean back and then you just be like,
yeah. I'll be riding after like 5 or 7 miles, and I look, and I'm like, look at this stupid ass motherfucker looking all comfortable and shit. Like I'm purely mad because of how comfortable the person looks.
Like, why are you in a beach chair right now pedaling, sir?
Yeah.
Like, I hope something happens.
Heart rate's at 85.
But they don't have nearly the control that you have. So, like, if something happens, you can't, like, that's complete, like, you be like, you use your weight and but, like, how do you, like, you just got your head motion to, it's dumb.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So, how you feeling? You feel like that's enough? You feel like,
I mean, this is cool. I'll definitely, like to review it, see I've been looking at you most of the time instead of the camera, but I'm getting used to something like that. But
that's what a lot of the and again, that's what's like really like kind of preventing me is like you get this vision of something and it's not that, and you end up not doing it because you want to wait until you get it. But that shit is expensive, and sometimes you gotta like I realize that, and it's something that I know, but I still wanted to wait until I had shit away. But like they'll have a camera here and then a camera here, and then they'll have it set up to where like the sound's coming, so boom, and then the sound switches like boom, and I'm like, man, I need that setup, bro. I need that setup. Like how do me like that? Like give me one of those. Yeah. Let me get.
But I mean, the content, the bullshit that we spoke about, that's cool for somebody listening, riding in the car right now. Yeah. That's why I always love those conversations where like you feel like, or those podcasts where you feel like you can be in the conversation. Like, and I feel like we definitely had like I've said something like we talked about strip clubs. Like somebody's gonna be like, oh, I remember my strip club time. Like, oh, somebody's gonna be like, Delilah's dead. Oh shit, this nigga said, I didn't know they was from Jersey. I fucks with it. Like, I think they served wings there. You do not want to lick your fingers after eating wings at Delilah's dead. Could you imagine? That's what they do here in the strip clubs in not in Augusta, in Atlanta. Like food, niggas go to strip club like, I just was getting wings. Oh man, I'm be in here for these bitches. I'm in here for these wings. Nigga, don't nobody make lemon pepper hot like. Right. I have never been inside of it, but I remember my staff NCOs in the Marine Corps talking about the Purple Church right outside of Camp Pendleton. Like they're just like for those who they just church up the conversation, but like, this weekend I'm going to church. I'm going to the That sounds solid. Bro. That sounds very solid. Yep. But yeah, I think we got a good enough bullshit that we spoke about, and be dope to review it. Yeah. So I thank those who were tuning in. You got any shout outs? I don't got no shout outs. I don't even know. I this was like this barely happened. You was asleep an hour and a half ago. I was asleep while you were setting this up. So shout out to Walmart for still being open for having contact. Did you get that? I did. Okay, so shout out to him for getting his contact case so he would wait. Because if it was not for his forgetfulness, this might not be happening right now. I might be shooting a solo in the morning. I fell asleep on the couch right behind, and with a cake plate. With a cake plate. A nice warm cake that he just smashed. The watching Michael. The lack of humidity. I don't know the dryness in the air in this home. Caused my contacts to dry out, and it turns out all I need to do was like blink 15 times in a row to make and I was like, oh hey, I gotta go to Walmart real quick, they close in 15 minutes. My dad used to sleep with them hoes in all the time. If they were like ones that I had already had for like a week or so, I would have just like chucked them in the trash and then used my glasses. But I was like, I just put these bitches in and they're not cheap. So you know what I like about this is that we did not, like, I see,
Oh, never mind. I don't want to say that. I mean, like everybody does that. Like if you look online and you see like the podcast shorts or what's the name, it's all like, oh, women do this, men do that. Women do this, men do that. We had a solid conversation, bro. We ain't talk about.
This is like some of the like I FaceTime him probably 3 times a day. And sometimes it's for a minute long. Hey, I can't be walking and talking in uniform. And then some of them, like it's a minute. I'll be on a road trip. But we talk about bullshit, and it's kind of cool that we were able to bullshit with equipment. And
I've seen, I think I've seen people do like so this has, you could either do Bluetooth or I could do the connection into here, and you're supposed to be able to do like a phone call. But I wonder, that's the thing is, well, I guess I could probably use the sound from the recording. I know you can't screen record. I mean, you can screen record during FaceTime, but you don't get sound.
Oh, okay.
So, but I think this might pick the sound up.
Okay.
And I might be able to
trial and error. We'll figure the fuck out.
Yeah. But you're not going to sound like on me though. You gonna sound like, oh, this is caller number 1.
Yeah.
I just want to give a shout out to blah blah blah.
No.
Hey, and could you play some like, nigga, this ain't the radio.
Yeah.
Yeah. But all right.
We're gonna find out whether this was a hour and 10 minutes of quality video or an hour of just audio and no video, and the shit wasn't recorded at all.
What if that shit stopped recording a long time ago and the screen is just black right now?
We'll find out.
But all right, thank you for tuning in.
All right.